Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot Readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I am here 365 days of the year. I take your 12 questions out of the chat, and it's pretty much first come, first serve. So you just have to, jump in there quickly to get your question in, or come early if I wish YouTube would make it easier to find upcoming live streams. But if you do happen to run across setting a reminder for an upcoming live stream on your homepage, your YouTube homepage, it's usually worth hitting the set reminder, because then you're more likely to be able to get in. But anyway, I grab your questions as quickly as I can. I remember when I first started doing this every day, and first it was just an hour. It wasn't even a guaranteed, or nearly guaranteed 12 questions. And the number of comments I got, which it's too long, there aren't going to be there isn't enough to talk about, and it's like, oh my gosh, the 12 questions fill up quickly. But again, I'm here every single day of the year. No holidays, 0 holidays here. I'm here on my birthday, your birthday, Christmas, Thanksgiving, you name it, I'm here. So, okay. I have your 12 questions. If you're wondering why I do the whole overlays and the nails, we're doing kind of a coppery thing today. The stuff and the silliness and the kitty, Bubbles and Kitty has returned to the gray chair of happiness. It's because we read on stuff that's so dark and icky that we need to kind of go down into the muck, energetic muck, and then we come back up to catch our breath and raise the vibration back up, and then we can go back down and look at these rotten people and their rotten actions, and if there will be karma and justice and things that there should be. Yes, they are shiny. They are metallic. It's like a metallic copper. I love these nails. I've had these for a long time. So one of the first long nails I ever got. So those of you who have been watching for a long time, thank you. But also, it's like, oh yeah, she's wearing her copper nails today. Thank you, guys. So there was also a Mandy was asking about Trump's secretary, which we call in to testify. Rona Graff is, I think, the name you were looking for. So we will definitely, she's on the list. Number 11. So, okay. White Dragon cards cleared out already. I don't understand. I'm sorry. Thank you, guys. Thank you. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right, we are starting in the muck. Put on your welly boots, because Steve has a couple of very good questions. Whew. We're starting at about 4 minutes in. Thank you. How will the civilian bounty vigilante aspect of the Texas anti-abortion law play out? I mean, there's a quality of it of hunting women, isn't there? Like you're bounty hunters. Now you have a bounty on stopping women from doing this. It really does speak to anyway. Celtic Tarot Sheila is in the house. Hello to a single felony. I have a feeling there was a first part of that I missed completely. The Q shaman was he just pleaded guilty to a single felony. Okay. Oh boy, he's quite the character. And Sheila, I would love if you, I'd love to join you. We haven't read together in a while. So just let me know. You are always welcome. So, Brenda, I'll put on my Wellingtons right now. Brenda, so women are just not safe in Texas? Yeah. Changes to 5:30 because there's this whole bounty thing. There's a hunting women quality that just disgusts me. So how do you want to join now? Would you mind? Oh, that would be awesome. Copy. Oh, this is exciting. Oh, you've already sent me oh, bless. I didn't realize you'd sent me an email. There is the link. Bless your heart. We've got mucky questions, and I would love your input. I'll have to put on my something so I can hear. Oh, fantastic. Sheila's going to come by. I'm very excited. So I just need to make sure I can hear out of this thing. One second, guys. 1 second. Okay, it says I'm connected. Guess who's here? Hello, beautiful.
Hi, honey. Hello.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm mad as a hornet.
You what?
I'm as mad as a hornet over Texas.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
So,
I'm trying to keep it together.
Oh yeah, it's infuriating. It is 18 times of and it is 18 kinds of infuriating. But thank you so much for coming on. I so love reading with you. And this can become a very lonely job when you're in this really rancid, dark energy.
Yeah, I kind of felt. I don't know what it is, but I kind of felt you this morning, and that was the reason why I sent you off an email this morning. I'm like, I don't know what it is, but I'm thinking of Autumn, and I'm like, we'll send her an email. Okay, let's do that.
Well, I'm glad you did.
So, well, I hope you don't mind. I have watermelon here that I'll be intermittently eating. If you guys don't mind.
No, that's great. That's great.
Yeah, we have a local farm here that does local watermelon and sweetest right off the vine.
See if I can get.
I love your little border. It's beautiful. Hello, everybody in the chat.
Hang on, let me see if I can get this going. Are you working? Power on, pairing, connected.
Doesn't that freak you out a little when your earplugs are
That's what it said in my ear, but I don't believe it because I can't actually hear anything. Hang on.
Oh.
1 second. Sorry. It says it's connected. Why can't I hear you? Okay. Okay. Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, it's just ignoring me completely.
I can hear you. Do you have that hooked up to another? Can you hear me at all?
Oh, I can hear you fine. It's just I'm getting through the speakers at the moment. So. Oh well. This thing doesn't want to play ball. It's fine.
Yeah.
It just doesn't want to play ball. It says it's connected, but it's not. So
is it connected to like your iPad? My thing does that. Like it'll connect to my iPad or it'll connect to my phone.
Right. Exactly.
Because it wants to terrorize us.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. All right. So, can you believe what we're reading on?
What are the subjects today?
The number one question. Okay, so they'll change this to 10 minutes in. Oh my gosh. The first question today, Steve is starting us out with two very good questions, but man, hard questions. Number one, how will the civilian bounty vigilante aspect of the Texas anti-abortion law play out? Because it's hunting women.
It is. Well,
That's-
I got a little bit of information on that because of being on TikTok and how their system has crashed. And you know how they put up a whole website and please report anybody. Well, TikTok and everybody has reported all of the Republican senators, all of the Republican, poor Adam or what is his name? Abbott has paid for probably thousands of abortions by now. They crashed it. So now you can't even get on there if you're out of town, and you have to have an IPS address from Texas. Well, that's easy to do too. You can get onto your thing. You can change your IPS test to Texas and still go on there and report. Well, they're not even. They're just over it right now. The website.
But
So they can't even get anybody to report right now.
which is good. But this whole hunting women aspect makes me just
that infuriates me.
My head on fire.
It infuriates me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is the overlay okay? Is it blocking you or anything? Because I can get rid of it.
I don't think so.
Okay, good. I just don't want you to feel there. Well, okay. I just don't want you to feel blocked because we want to be able to see all the beauty that is Sheila.
Oh gosh, thank you so much. But yeah, it infuriates me. It's like I don't know if you saw my last video that has the title on there. It says, "And meanwhile, Texas is terrorizing their women again."
Yeah,
and that's what they're doing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's have a look here. You have such lovely, warm energy.
Oh, thank you.
And it is such a balm in trying to reach for this muck.
Yeah.
So thank you. Okay. The vigilante civilian bounty. How can a civilian bounty be legal?
I don't know. Because it could be as legal as, or it could be illegal as anything, but it's not holding them accountable is the problem we're having.
Yeah.
They can do anything they want as long as there's no consequences.
Oh, let me know when you're ready to go because these cards are making me mad.
Go for it. Yeah, go for it. My first one up was just ongoing battle.
Oh yeah, I got that too.
I got the King of Wands, which is the born leader. That's the men forcing the women to do what they want. The devil is at the top. The devil at the top. I have the Five of Pentacles, that financial hardship, the starving them, meanness, cruelty. This is their base. They're the devil and their base. That's their whole thing. The Wheel of Fortune coming in. They want something out of this. They don't do this they're doing this for a selfish reason. That's what I want to really dive deep into. What the heck is their selfish and self-centered reasoning for this? That's what their Wheel of Fortune. They're coming into some sort of money or actions or something. The Hermit, the soul searching, going forward. Something going forward creates a soul searching. That's weird and unusual, but something going forward gives them a thought or a idea that maybe we're doing it wrong, or maybe something happens because
they're doing it wrong.
Well, maybe not them. Maybe the pushback on the women. Maybe they, something happens where they have to go back to the drawing board, go back to their little dungeons and say, okay, maybe this wasn't the right way of doing it because I got conflict, the pushback on it. I also get the Five of Wands. There's a lot of fives here, a lot of fives. That tension, that argument, that rival. I mean, literally, they're pushing back. They're going in. Is Texas going to go into a war? Is Texas going to go into some serious battling? Because it says nature reap its reward. Nature will reap its reward. Is this the coronavirus? Is this the nature will reap its reward?
I'm not getting anything like that, but
Well, yeah, the end one is Seven of Cups, that fantasy, that delusion, that opportunity, that what is the Two of Pentacles. The judgment will come to them. The Queen of Pentacles, where that motherly, the women win. The women win.
Good. Yeah, and that's what I've been getting to, that eventually this won't stand. Christine is asking, what about the victims of the R word and incest? There are no exceptions, except if it's extreme medical, like life of the mother. There are no exceptions for that. If there's a 12-year-old girl who gets attacked, too bad.
Yep. I agree. And then there's even a double layer of horribleness to this whole thing, especially in Texas, that the rapist has parental rights. I know. It infuriates me to like no end. The rapist has parental freaking rights. That means if a father molests his daughter, gets her pregnant, he can stop her from getting an abortion because he has parental rights over that child that she's carrying. Oh, don't get me started. So well, the thing about this whole thing is, yeah, it is coming from the absolute gut, deepest, darkest corners of any humanity what we have in this world, but the women win in the end.
Yeah.
So somehow, what did you get?
Bounty going after in a big way because of this fantasy that somehow this is stopping the children from dying. At 6 weeks, it's a clump of cells. That's it. It's a clump of cells. That's all it is. And,
well, after 6 weeks, they should start paying child support.
There you go. But this is this fantasy of stopping this. Okay, this causes immense worry not only to women but to men, because there are men out there who aren't rich and who do love their wives or do know the situation, who may, most women who have abortions already have children, and they're raising their families and this kind of thing. This is not only worry for mothers, this is worry for decent fathers too, and decent men. And here it's just insult to injury. What they come to here, I'm all the swords carrying over, but in the end, I've got the people on the far right on the defensive. Yeah, so it's going to turn out well. I'm really concerned about. I mean, I would honestly not be surprised if somebody gets hurt before this goes away.
Maybe that's where I'm picking up on. They're going to battle.
I'm really concerned because this also sends a huge message about inequality of women, that you are beneath, that you need to be reported on, that you need to that you do not have agency. You do not. I mean, it dehumanizes women, and they
honestly believe they have say so in those abortions and whatever's in their uterus is theirs to decide what goes on in that.
Right.
That is not theirs.
Right. You don't get access to my liver.
No.
You don't get access to my uterus. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's in my liver is none of your business. And that goes for all my other organs too.
And this is a medical procedure. This is not a church procedure. This is a medical procedure.
Yep.
Medical.
Okay, sorry. We're getting up near about 20 minutes, and this is similar. Steve's other question, let me just make a note of the time. Will the Texas law be a catalyst to even more harsh national restrictions, or a call to arms to successfully stop the assault on women's rights and safety? Because really what the questions, forgive me for interpreting, if I'm misinterpreting Steve, but it's this idea of, okay, is this going to cause us to, is this going to spread? Is this going to fall by the wayside and we will, we'll just go back to the status quo that we had a week ago? Or is this going to empower women to put up with less of this garbage? Because if it spreads, it's going to empower the misogynists and the far right. It's going to dehumanize women, or things will go to the status quo.
Florida's already on their way. Florida's already on their way.
Or will it go to? Will it empower women that we put up with less of this garbage? Benny was saying that Biden. Breaking news: Biden just announced that the Texas abortion law creates a vigilante system. Yeah. Oh, and yes, Electra Storm is saying Florida's doing their own law too. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Just like you were saying.
So is Michigan.
Polly Wanda, who has the best. I swear, Polly Wanda's a genius. Best questions in general. I love how she thinks. But anyway, Polly Wanda is saying, will gays be hunted next?
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's against the Lord. That was a little snarky.
I'm not gonna blame you. Start doing stuff like this. You've lost all my respect.
All of it.
Yeah. All right. So, is this going to just longer term? Is this going to empower all the misogynists? Is this going to empower women, or are we just going to go back to where we were a week ago? I can tell you what the energy says, but let's see what the cards have to say. And I really don't like one of the many reasons I don't like reading on stuff like this. Well, the main reason is because it means something's happening. It's usually not good. But the other reason is sometimes I start getting symbolism in the cards, wands and cups, and it's like, oh, stop grossing up my cards. Yeah. Especially like, and I get that too with the Ghislaine Maxwell stuff and the Trump stuff, and I've had readings with Trump where I just like throwing my cards. Just like the symbolism.
They've been slimed. Yeah, they've been slimed.
What have you got?
Well, it's a mixed bag. It's like not a clear thing. The magician is at the base of all of this. The magician, that power, that manifestation, that creating, that connection, that action. So is this the Republicans creating, trying to, because, when Roe and Wade went forward and it finally passed, it had absolutely infuriated. I mean, if you go all the way back to a major resentment was created in 73 when this was enacted. In 1970, somebody will get the right date. I think it was 1973. It created the biggest wave of a resentment against the other side, that they cannot believe that they actually won. So the magician, the power, the resourcefulness, the manifestation, the creativity, the connection, and the action. So they have been conjuring this up for many years to take action and to jump and do what they need to do. Because what was over top of them was the happy with the choices. Everybody was happy with the choices with having legalized abortion. And that's what their problem was. Now the growth is happening. The investment in the growth is at the top of this whole thing. The investment in the growth, is it going to expand? Yeah, I think it will. The work and the preparation, they're doing the groundwork to get that done. Coming into it, they almost withdrawed. It's like coming in, they almost didn't do it. They almost withdrawed and didn't go forward with their actions coming into the whole thing. So I wonder what that hesitation, I wonder what that is. I would love to know what that is. And then going forward is that Seven of Wands, defending your boundaries, standing your ground. So,
but you see it spreading and actually passing in other states and stuff?
Yeah, I do. The power of it, the power of it, the public recognition of it, the Page of Cups. I mean, the inner child, the Wheel of Fortune of it. I do see, for right now, that it is going to just be oh God, what do you get?
Well, the card for the reading I get is the symbolic man with his wand.
Yes.
But what I've got is I get cups for Democrats and pentacles for Republicans and wands for the fascists, the far right, the Trumpists. That's Trump. I don't know why about a year and a half ago, my cards started splitting out that way. But then I read on Canada and it doesn't have that. It doesn't split the same way. It's weird. Anyway, so this right here, these cards, these are women stepping up, women saying no more. And this is ultimately the Republican side, the whole groups of Republicans. For some reason, I get this is horribly sexist, but it's just how it keeps coming up in the cards. I get kings for individuals and I get queens for groups. Maybe because women are good at working together. I don't know. But queen of this Republican, the Republicans being absolutely beside themselves, upset. And right in the center, because in these 3, 5, and 7 card spreads, for me, the center card's the most powerful. That's a happy Democratic family that is exactly the size they want it to be. So ultimately, I think this is even more of the rise of Democratic power. Because that's what's happening. And when you go to extremes, it's like pushing a beach ball under the water. The harder you push down, it just goes up, and it not just comes up, but it bounces high. And so with all of the Trump stuff and all of the right-wing stuff and all of the legal stuff, it's been pushing down and down and down. And so the Democrats are gaining more and more power. I don't think
I get what you're saying. It's going to try to spread, but what happens in the end is they don't get far.
Yes, that's what I thought you were saying.
Yeah.
So it's just
let's do a year from now. Let's see what it looks like.
Sure. Okay, let me just type this in quickly. A year from now.
I'm muting myself so I can shuffle harshly.
Okay, so I'll make this at 29. Shuffle harshly. I like that. I had to put my planner back on my standing desk here because when I'd shuffle, it was just deafening. Gail and Ed are asking about, is this a distraction? About the January 6th thing. We could look at that too, because I made a note, but Gail's asking the same thing. And I agree, Marie, we need to pass the Equal Rights Amendment. I remember when I was young, my mother was fighting for that. After that, when that failed, she just went more and more to the right. Thank you, Mara. Thank you. So, and Cheryl saying, I agree, this is a distraction. I don't know. We'll have to look at that, but I'm not necessarily getting it's a distraction. Because they've been fighting for this for so long, to take this away from us. But
they just found the opportunity and they took it.
Mm-hmm. 1 year from now. I need to ask again. I didn't get the energy.
Well, my cards kind of gave me the journey throughout the year. They really are going to do some serious fighting, heartbreak for them, to swords for the Republicans. But going forward is that Page of Cups, that romance, that proposal, the judgment of life, the happiness and satisfaction of hope. The Ace of Pentacles are prosperity, that gifts, the new financial opportunity, and then we have the Page of Wands, that message of new passion, that spark, that discovery. The Republicans get shut down within a year.
Nice. Republicans in general, or just on this issue?
The whole issue with, especially with this issue. But I mean, my card just kind of gave me the before and then going forward, that within a year this is going to be like we're the winning that we have in a year, like your cards were saying, that winning that we have is going to happen within a year.
Good.
We have the King of Cups, which in my deck is the woman.
Nice. I like it. That's beautiful.
All right, what did you get?
Well. Oh, by the way, I'm working on merch. Cute Kitty Tarot. So
nice.
Finally got that in. Anyway, not relevant. I need that little bit of cuteness because this is.
I get it.
See, this is the card I get for. This is symbolic of Trump, Mar-a-Lago. This is the vacation, retirement, the established power base of that far right is what I get for that. So like they're all fat and happy that this has happened. However,
right,
those wands, they end up on the defensive.
Yeah.
And Republicans, this does not poll well. Republicans ending up out in the cold and not having trouble raising money. Democrats in the center are going to fight back. It does feel like Biden's going to try to fight back. DOJ is going to try to fight back. Democrats all over are going to try to fight back. Liberals, reasonable people are going to try to fight back. This whole dynasty of Republicanism and Trump family and all this kind of stuff, time is ticking. Oh, there you go, 10 of Pentacles. Cool. That's a beautiful deck. This is coming to an end. The Wheel of Fortune raised this whole dynasty and this far right up, and now they're just starting. They're just slowly about to go under and get crushed underneath.
Yes, it's like this is the worst move they could have taken.
Mm-hmm. Infuriating, but right now there are women being turned away in Texas.
Yeah, that's where the heartbreak is at the bottom that I have. That they are going to go through the heartbreak. The heartbreak is absolutely at the core, what is holding this whole thing up with them.
Oh, card went flying. Hold, please. Oh, 2 cards went flying.
They are hoping for the love of their people. They were hoping for that. But they're not getting it because I have the 7 of Swords over top, and then the scheming, the lies, the cheating, the sneakiness. They were hoping for the love of their people, but it didn't work.
Yeah, this does not get them what they want.
No.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we really should ask, because so many people in the chat were asking at 35, is this a distraction?
Okay, let's see if this is a distraction from something.
From like January 6th or whatnot. And I just completely misspelled distraction. It's not easy to type in these nails.
I don't know. Making a move like this is the best distraction they could have taken to get away from even more horribleness that we're going to find out on the this commission.
Yep.
They really don't have a great plan.
No, they don't. CC Ryder was saying, I don't think this is a distraction because Fox News and the GOP lawmakers are sheepishly quiet. Fox devoted about 27 seconds to the story. But let's see. I'm just going to pull 3 cards. The Google piece is asking specifically, is this a distraction from the January 6th revelations? Okay, sorry, that's habit to just show my first card, the card for the reading. Oh, I love when the cards do this.
What'd you get?
We're going to do the thing. See us prancing about doing our far right fascist thing. And then it's like, look there. What's there? Lovers. See the lovers. It's your whole world. It's the world as in the end, as in this isn't going to work, as in end of chapter, moving on. But I love this. Look at her. He's almost like pointing at her uterus. It's like, look.
I agree. I'm like, look at how shameful they are.
She might be pregnant.
Yeah. We need to populate the earth with white babies. I actually got the 10 of swords that backstabbing, the betrayal, the pain, the rock bottom, and then the 2 of swords that stalemate. The truth, the stalemate. Now it comes after that comes the sun. Like it is what they think they're hiding or covering up or distracting us from is going to be highlighted so much, and the 5 of swords comes in. They are just not going to make it through this. They really are not going to make it through this. I actually have the 6 of wands, the public recognition, the king of cups one more time, Biden, the Republicans, and then the page of cups. Like we're going to have new support. We're going to have new people coming over like, oh, we're done. We're done. What did you got? That is just unbelievable.
They're worried about the legal stuff, the January 6th legal stuff. But 2 things. I got 2 meanings for the same cards energetically. Basically, this is a case failing, ending. And this is what the Republicans want. They want the January 6th whole thing to fade, but it won't. But this is also what they've passed in Texas. It's not going to pass muster. It is going to be struck down eventually. Mm-hmm. So they're doing anything they can. I'm surprised they're not talking about it more. And I was certainly waiting for some gloating, but this is not going to go well for them. Okay, all right. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to skip just a few questions just because we're while Sheila's wonderful enough to be here, it does slow us down a little. So I'm sorry.
It does.
So ones that we've covered sort of peripherally. I may skip some. I'm sorry. Okay, so now we're going to the Supreme Court.
Okay.
And man, oh day, are we going to the Supreme Court? So I've got 4 Supreme Court questions here. We could nip through them.
Okay.
The first one, where are we? We're at 30, say 30.
I'll just throw 4 cards or 5 cards like you are, and we'll get through them fast.
Well, I'm just grateful. Whatever you'd like to do, I'm down. All right, Kenta Taylor is saying, will the justices that made that horrible decision against women's rights be impeached? So basically, will far-right justices be impeached on the Supreme Court?
Well, they didn't make a judgment. They just felt they didn't do anything to it.
They had to. They actually did. It was a ruling to not. It was 5-4.
Okay.
To not take on the case.
They did.
And there was, and Sotomayor, her statement was just scathing. and Roberts sided with the liberals, and that's why one of the next question is, has Justice John Roberts lost control of the Supreme Court, or is he losing control of the Supreme Court? But anyway, but right now, will these far-right justices be impeached?
You know, it just kind of came to mind. It's
What?
almost like Roberts says, you know what? Let them show who they are.
Could be, could be.
He knows that this is the worst move that they can make, especially against women. Go for it, because I haven't laid down my cards yet.
Oh, I basically what I'm getting in the cards and energetically is Kavanaugh. Kavanagh's going to be kicked out. They're doing the group of them. They're doing their right wing agenda. They're as fast as they can, and the group of them trying to take action and basically allow their fight for their far right ideas. However, ultimately over here, I've got this is someone going to prison, or at minimum someone having to leave. This is going up the river card. And I'm only saying Kavanaugh to save time, because normally I call him I like beer. Like, that's his name. Yeah. I like beer. But this going up the river, this is this conservative dynasty breaking down. And also there's a background energy of Trump family stuff too. Thank you, Christine. So then I was like, well, is it just Kavanaugh? Is it the group of them? And I'm getting judgment, capital letters, judgment on these people, so they can, and that the fruits of their labor it's not going to be good. So,
whoa.
Yeah.
So the Supreme Justice. One more time, I got the Page of Cups, and I'm trying to ask why this is like the 5th time I've drawn the Page of Cups talking about all of this. So underneath this card, it says romantic proposal, message, surprise, creative opportunity, possibilities, admire, or inner child. That's what's underneath the Page of Cups. So what I got was the 2 of Pentacles, that decision, that judging of life, that balancing, that lots going on up and down. This is the one thing they say yes for, the one thing they say no, they're all over the place. And then they recognize that I have the 7 of Swords, that scheming, that lying, that thief, that sneakiness. Like there's somebody in there that is just not where they're supposed to be. So that romantic proposal, like the Supreme Court is supposed to be our ultimate, the best of the best of the best, what we have out there. But karma's coming for them. It's like they are the best of the best of the best, but they're not doing what they're supposed to because there's cheating involved. Karma's coming for them. Then I have the Queen of Swords. I don't know if this is like the female energy on that, but I really think that the intelligence, the higher the higher achiever is going to win out. The higher achiever, meaning that, like Kavanaugh, should not be there. What's her face should really never be there. It's almost like the higher hierarchy that doesn't like to show weakness. Like, you guys are our weakest link. We got to get you out of here. It's almost like they're going to turn against each other.
Ooh, okay.
That's
Coney Barrett.
Yeah,
I call her the Stepford Justice.
Yeah.
The Stepford wife. She's a Stepford Justice.
The Stepford Justice. So I'm going to do 2 more, because this is really powerful energy that I'm getting for the justices. The card of transition, and they also have the card of captivity And I also have the card of compromise, the card of captivity. Like, so what if there is one justice in there? Let's say one, because we're, most of them are there from Trump era. One justice in there that says, I will not and I cannot go along with what you're doing anymore. And they start turning on each other, like somebody's capturing them. Somebody is, how can I put this? Like, how they're like, I need evidence against you, and I'm going to get it. What do you get? It's the weirdest thing.
So I was asking specifically about, are they going to turn against each other, what have you? I got that people like Kavanaugh, Coney Barrett, what have you, they felt, especially Kavanaugh, there I'm getting very strong Kavanaugh energy, that he had to do this. He had to do this and get other people to go along with him, because up until recently, their rulings have not been far enough to the right for the people who got them in. And as much as it's like, you're in there for life, Kavanaugh is very afraid of stuff coming out. And honestly, I keep entertainment only. What do I know? I'm reading on the collective energy. That's it. I personally am getting, he is gambling still. His vices didn't go away. No. That he's gambling, that he's drinking, that he's doing all kind of things to excess that he should not be doing. And you don't get in that kind of debt that he was in.
Yeah.
And then just suddenly be like, oh, I'm fine.
Oh, yeah. Just because you got your bills paid off doesn't mean that the person is fixed and creating more. I've watched it many a times. Right. Parents pay off all their debt, and what does the child do? Because they start again. They never ever fix the child. You can't fix money problems with money. It never will happen.
Yeah. And
yeah, there's something weird going on. They're going to turn on each other. It really feels like somebody's going, oh, I'm going to get evidence against you. We're done. Because you can't provide the highest of the elite. You're our weakest link.
So
snobbery.
Well, there's always that too. All right, 48. Justice Roberts, as he lost control of the Supreme Court, there was someone showing an interview back when the play Hamilton was in theaters, but it hadn't been released on video, and trying to get a ticket was just so difficult, and all of this. There was somebody in DC who was saying that they were actually sitting just behind Roberts when we went to see Hamilton, and there were parts where there are laws being decided, the legal stuff in Hamilton, and this person said you could almost see from the look on his face the wheels turning of what is my legacy going to be? How am I going to be remembered? And I'm not the world's biggest fan of Roberts, but at the same time, if he's lost control of the extreme right of the Supreme Court, and he cannot pressure them, he cannot moderate the rulings anymore, things could get pretty ugly pretty fast. So has Roberts lost the ability to be some kind of moderating influence? Has he basically lost control of the Supreme Court in the way he wants to run it? Gosh, that man is a bowl of oatmeal. Only it's not nice oatmeal. It's like the most bland, like stale oatmeal.
Correct. I want oatmeal plain, thank you.
I want stale oatmeal plain.
Stale oatmeal, yeah. This is Born Leader. So this I'm picking up on him as the King of Wands, that born leader, that visionary. So he's here. So his energy is here. that magnetic, that advisor, that independent. So he's here.
Okay.
Justice. You know what? I love these cards. You can't make this stuff up. We have hit born leader and justice. So we're still tapping into who he is. Legal, the truth, cause and the effect. King of Cups, he is completely democratic. He is devoted democratic.
That's unusual because he gutted civil rights.
The Knight of Cups, he was devoted democratic. He has that when he was younger.
Ah, okay. John is. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, it's okay. So I have the Six of Swords, though, moving on. Overwhelming hardship. He is having problems.
Okay. John was suggesting gruel. Yeah, that makes sense. Also, thank you, Marby. Thank you very much. Well, now. He's having troubles.
Yeah, he's having troubles.
Yeah. He's initially I got all of this worry about the kinds of cases coming to the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
And so many of them being these Republican dog whistles. And this is Roberts in the middle trying to say, I'm the Chief Justice. I have control of this. I've got it. Don't worry. But then you've got, this is bad. This is laws not being passed that should. This is ruin. This is where it's headed is just icky for him. And so I asked for some more information, and what I've got is the far right have, cast, they've put out all this effort, and they're expecting to get a return on their effort. And it's a huge unsteady energy. It's not even Republican, it's far right. And it has invaded the Supreme Court. And Roberts is worried, and he wishes there was one more. He doesn't want more than one, but he wishes there was one more liberal on the court, so that he could get this constant right back and forth. But it's going too far to the right for him, and it isn't that he's this great force. Sometimes moderation in the middle is death by a thousand cuts. It's like Manchin. It's destructive. I'm just going to be in the middle. No. When you're on the highway, you pick a lane. These issues, you're on a highway. This isn't just like, it's a path, I'm just going to walk in the middle. No. No. People get hurt. But Roberts, he wants to be that frustrating bowl of gruel that he is.
I see the problems too. I got the Six of Swords with the over hardship of it, and then I have the Nine of Wands, the ongoing battle, and then the Eight of Swords. So he's all tied up. He is literally feeling trapped.
I feel that. Yep. I'm with you.
Victimized, negative thoughts. He's feeling trapped. And the ongoing battle. And at the bottom of that, I got the Empress, where that abundance, that femininity, like he's. Whew, I don't know if I feel sorry for him, or I can look at him and says, "You did this to yourself." I'm not sure yet.
Well,
self-imposed.
Well, we can blame Trump and McConnell and those people for this because McConnell just flat out stole a Supreme Court seat, just flat out stole it, and then he basically. I'm not even going to talk about Coney Barrett, that garbage. So
She's
he's kind of
with a few. With a few decisions, she surprised us with a few decisions. But just like a snake can behave for a little while.
Yes.
Until it's hungry.
Yeah, or until it's the people who put it there start getting a little too antsy and have some dirt that they could bring up if they wanted to.
Exactly. Until I get threatened.
All right, 5530. White Dragon was asking, will there ever be 13 Supreme Court justices? Hopefully mostly appointed by Biden.
Yeah.
I get confusing. I've been reading on this over and over. I get very confused energy on this. Are you getting a clear answer in general?
I haven't read on it, so I'm excited to read on it.
Good. Please do. Please. Because there are, for those who are outside of the country, there are 13 districts that the Supreme Court, the country's broken up into 13 districts. And so some of the justices, because there are only 9 of them, they're kind of having to double up. And it would make more sense if there's 13 justices for the 13 districts.
I agree. What the heck?
But that is not how it is at the moment.
This is interesting. But you're right, it's not, it's like an intuition and sensibility. It makes a lot of sense, the secret wisdom of it, the hidden dreams, the unknown. I got the high priestess, right? The high priestess kind of gets in there and says, come on, and nudges everybody in the right direction. But I also got the 8 of Wands, a fast movement on that quick action. So it's almost like everybody's telling them, a born leader, a visionary, the King of Wands, but the 7 of Swords shows up.
Floating Lotus is mentioning that Roberts is responsible for 3 districts, not just 2. Wow. What else have you got?
It's almost like they want to. I have the High Priestess, I have the 8 of Wands, I have the King of Wands. Like, let's do this. And then the 7 of Wands shows up. Like the cheating, the sneaky, the avoiding responsibility, the battle, the ongoing battle shows up. So they hit a roadblock.
Mm-hmm.
But
yep.
I also see the 3 of Cups, a celebration of the reunion. So maybe they get through it. I also got the 10 of Wands, the responsibility, the hard work and success. But then the 10 of Wands also can be burnt out. The Page of Wands says, the new passion, the new spark, the talent, the vigor, the discovery. Yeah, I don't get a clear.
Yeah, it's weird.
They want to, then they hit a block, but going forward, they do get some sort of satisfaction. Maybe that's when Kavanaugh goes, but I don't know. Something happens.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm getting.
Okay.
Linda Kingsley is saying she's getting a mental image if I see wheatgrass blowing in the wind back and forth. I think there's something to that, because what I got for the main thing here was, even though we have the rise of Democratic power and we have strength in the middle to overcome the extremes, we've got, Democrats will put more justices on. Nope. Okay, well, the far right, they've been working so hard to put more justices on. Nope. And I was like, well, okay, tell me more. What are we talking about? And of course, there's no compromise. Forget it. There's just none. There's not going to be. They're not like, I'm going to choose somebody moderate and that person will get it. No. Nuh-uh. So I was like, well, tell me more. So I got more Republicans, and then I had the far right victory. But the death of the far right victory using that as a communication point for the far right, like they're like getting rid of Kavanaugh, and then the far right using that as a rallying cry. So I wanted more information on that, and it was just more of the rallying cry, especially. And then I keep background, just like just little currents in the background of the Trump dynasty falling, and it's like the faithful, the people in the cults unite, follow the leader, come, center around a leader. So there's something that really upsets the right that they use as a rallying cry, like getting rid of Kavanaugh or something like that. But as far as getting people onto the court or changing the number, I've got strength in the middle, but I don't get either side being able to really do anything.
Unless in 2022 we give them more power. We have to give them more power. That's the only way this is going to really change is after 2022, the elections for the Congress and for anybody that's going into the Senate. We have to give them more power.
Let's ask.
Yeah.
In 2023 or beyond, will we get 13 Supreme Court justices?
Yeah. Oh, and also, good news out of this. There was 2 people that Trump supported, backed, and just really, really wanted them to win, and both of them did not win their primary or whatever it's called.
Wait. I need to do a full Morticia on that one.
Exactly. So in Texas, whoever Trump is supporting, they're still not voting in. Twice. And that'll make you smile before you go to sleep.
So at 1:30, 2023 and beyond.
I like reading with you. This is great.
I love being around you. Your energy is it's like that warm softness I get when I'm like curled, when I've got like Boo Boo up against my leg, and he's just warm and soft, and it's just your energy's like that. I feel like I'm just like I have my head on your shoulder. It's just really nice.
I always said that it's like I want that whoever's around me, I want my space to be a soft place to land.
Oh yeah.
That they know that they're safe in my presence. So I'm glad. It's nice to know that that's really happening.
Very much
so. Feeling. Yeah. Okay, so
2023 and beyond. Do we get 13 Supreme Court justices?
Oh, right off the bat, I get new love and new beginnings. Ace of Cups.
We're going to do well in the midterms. I keep getting we're going to do well in the midterms.
The Empress is showing up. The women, the 8 of Pentacles, the hard work, the skill, the mastery, the 2 of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. Strength under the Ace of Cups. Temperate. I'm impressed. My cards. We get Empress and the Temperance. Like, look at this. The supportive of supporting the. This is rare. The Empress. Temperance is supporting. All right, Sheila, use your words. Temperance is supporting the Empress. This is powerful. What do you got? These are incredible.
Well, I've got the card for the reading. I got the King of Pentacles, which would be the Republican leaders. Like I said, I usually get kings for individuals and queens for groups, but for some reason with the Republicans, I get the kings. They're just kings. It can be one. It can be a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Because of the gender inequality. But anyway, but if this card for the reading, instead of it being like, okay, we're on the right energy, it feels like it's a separate thing from the rest of the cards, like they are marginalized or more marginalized. And then I have celebration in the Democrats, possibly because of legal stuff, Republicans getting shellacked. In most powerful card in the deck or in the reading is going to be in the center. We've got an Ace of Cups here, rise of democratic power. That's America. That's women in America passing judgment in a big, big way. And these are major arcana. They're together. Yeah. This is women passing judgment, capital letters. So I was like, well, what about, okay, so that's definitely what's going to happen with the election. But what about the Supreme Court? And I just got stuff about the far right, but it's really petty. It's like they're trying. That's the card for the 3. I've got disappointment. I've got fruits of labor. Well, we've been working, and we'll keep fighting. But these cards are really kind of pathetic in trying to fight against this. But that's telling me all about the election. I don't know that it's telling me about 13 justices, though.
Right, right. I did just see if the Democratic is going to gain power. That was my question. Like in 20, and underneath all of this, the Republicans are going to feel that suffering and that worry. The Republicans are going to get that 4 of Cups, where the apathy, that boredom, the missed opportunity, that blind spot. It's like they went full force in what they were trying to do with everybody, but they had a blind spot, meaning they came and took it. They really, really, how they always say, we're going to come back into power in 2022. That's what it always happens. That's what usually happens. That's what I'm like, you don't understand. We are very well aware of the midterms now. I'm pretty sure I can find a 7-year-old that knows what a midterm is now. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that was their blind spot. They think that it's all going to happen exactly like it always has. Because it's usually what happens. A Republican president will get in, a Democratic rise in the midterms. This has always happened. But they're thinking that that's how it's going to swing.
Almost always happened.
Yes. Well, that's what happened with Trump, the Republican leader. And what happened in the midterms? Pelosi showed up, and that's what pissed them off.
Yeah. Personally, I pulled more cards about the 13 justices. I'm still not getting. I'm getting a lot of back and forth. I'm getting a lot of Democratic stuff. I'm getting a lot of Republican stuff. But mostly, I'm getting weak Republican stuff, and I'm getting very strong Democratic stuff. I'm getting weak Republican stuff, even though they're still working, but they're under the burden of the far right and people being sick of all that. But I'm getting hemmed in. They legally, with the legal stuff, like adding justices, there's still this being hemmed in somehow. And Page of Cups again. I'm wondering if you're right, if there isn't some meaning here we're missing.
Yeah, with the Page of Cups. With the Page of Cups, what other meanings can there be? So the Page of Cups also represent a brand new emotional way of thinking. True. Brand new. Like I'm heading out into the world, and I have these brand new tender emotions that haven't been hurt yet. I'm just now starting off. So
I get it for I get the Page of Cups for like the beginning of the Biden administration, or the beginning of Democrats coming into power, and then this is the beginning of that taking off, or it's a freshman lawmaker, or freshman lawmakers. But like I said, I'm in an unusual position because my cards split out by suits in the different parties. So
right. Yeah, mine have kind of do that too. Mine kind of do the cups for the Democrats and the swords for the Republicans, and everybody in between is kind of like, working. If a wand shows up with the Republicans, that means they're working on it. If the wand shows up with the Democrats, that means they're working on it, kind of a thing. So yeah, what'd you get?
Nothing. I'm just getting a whole big same old, same old. So
Are we going to get more fresh, compassionate leaders?
Yes, I think we will. I think we will get that, but I don't think we're going to get 13 justices anytime soon. But
yeah, I don't get it either. I've been trying, and I haven't read on that yet, but I haven't got it energetically. I haven't got it. Like, it's almost like a dangerous move, because they could add or subtract anytime they want, and it's almost like a dangerous move, I guess.
I agree, but I think they're going to get blocked somehow. I don't know how, but okay. I really need a change of scenery here, energetically, if that's okay. Because that was quite a deep dive. So Mandy had a question: would Trump's secretary be of value to the prosecution should they call on her to testify? She seems extremely loyal. I believe you're talking about Rona Graff. So Mandy specifically wanted to know about Rona Graff. Calamari Jr., either he's going to go speak in front of the grand jury, which is going to give him immunity on anything he speaks about. I get he and his father being very close. But I would like to know, we could ask about Rona Graff, and then I'm wanting to know about the state of Cy Vance and Letitia J, that whole New York thing coming against the Trumps. Because, yeah, there are so many things that could come against Trump right now, but aren't. So, just want to have to get it going. But we'll start with Rona Graff.
Somebody said in there here, are we going to just get younger lawmakers? The youth is going to show up?
To some extent.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what she's going to do.
Ooh.
There's a potential there, but I get the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles right in the middle. Like, she's really loyal. But give me something. That's what it is. Give me something. Give me something. I'm really loyal. You're going to have to give me something of substantial before I'll give you any reliable information.
Immunity.
She's in for the deal.
Yep, I'm getting she's in it for the deal as well. She could bring the sword of truth, because Trump famously doesn't use email and whatnot, but she does.
Yeah.
And she has stood by while Trump has done he did all these heinous things as a business person, and she just went along with it. And he became a star and what have you, and she was his, right-hand person.
Yeah.
She knows, talking about knowing where the bodies are buried. She doesn't know where all of them are, but she knows where quite a few of them are. There's no way, and even just logically, there's no way this woman worked that closely with Donald Trump for 30 years. No, 20 years, however long she's been there, and didn't see some stuff.
It's just like being a janitor in a building. If you want to know what's going on, go to the janitor. They know where all the stories and everything is going on in that building.
Yeah, I've changed schools almost every year while I was growing up, and one thing I learned early in life: when you go to a new school, it's not okay. I need to make some friends, or I need to find this teacher. No, number one priority: make best friends with the women in the office.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
that
You have
is
to become the golden. Mm-hmm.
yes. I would bring. I remember there was a cooking class that was required, a brief cooking class, and I'd bring my extra over and give it to them. You could have this chili for lunch. You could have this. I admit it. I enjoyed their company, but also in general, yeah, I always enjoyed their company. But I just total suck up.
Yep. Protection. It's called protection of the best kind. Not our sweet Autumn. I don't know who you're talking about. There's no way she would do that.
Because I was just such a. Yeah, you guys can guess what a troublemaker I was. Not.
You're not ever. Okay, I was, but that's a whole nother life.
So she wants immunity. So how is the what's the most pressing thing? I just the other day I had a question was will Trump or someone in the Trump family be indicted before Thanksgiving and things like that. But I want to read on Trump.
How close they are to indicting.
Yeah.
Let's see how. I know that there was a lawsuit against Trump Don Jr. that they wanted to stop, and the judge said nope, it's going forward. They just talked about it today. Something about money for, gosh, my memory, but it just happened today that he lost another court thing saying that nope, it's going forward.
Good.
So they're losing a lot of their court cases. A lot of them.
Good. How close are they on indicting Trump, or at least the Trump kids? Because I'm getting, for the longest time I got that basically everybody would protect Ivanka and nothing would ever happen to her, really. Or very little would happen to her. But boy, this inauguration thing has her energy all over it, and it's all bad.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the
how close are they?
Find the thing where
Donald Trump and his main businesses are all failing miserably.
Oh darn!
That is true.
Failing miserably. I love that guy, Chris Avalos. Is that how you say it?
How close are they to indicting Trump?
Oh, I got the chariot.
I got the message. I got the messenger. That could be an indictment.
My dear. I got the chariot and the ace of swords. That's breakthrough.
That's pretty close. Yeah.
It's coming close. Victory, breakthrough, victory. I mean, these are two victory cards. Wow. Overcoming obstacles. But I also got patience in the ending.
Ugh, I hate that.
But it is coming. The sun, it's ending. I mean, what they have against him is victory. I have the Knight of Pentacles with patience, though, but the ending and the sun is coming. Like, don't worry, guys. We got it. It's a coming. We're gonna know everything. We're gonna know everything about his dealings, who he was tied up for, how much of an idiot he was. We're going to know everything. His karma, the new beginning, everything.
Floating Lotus is mentioning is pointing out that Don Jr. is in a defamation suit brought by the guy who
That's-
owned the mine that blew up. Ruling was that the suit could proceed. Thank
yes,
you.
that's what it was. Yeah, they were wanting that to smash and go away, but if the judge says nope, they get to go forward with it if they have enough evidence and they have enough to go forward. Uh-huh.
I'm getting that it's the kids. They're going to indict the kids before they indict Trump himself.
Yeah.
I'm getting.
Oh, that's why the Knight of Pentacles came in.
Yeah, I'm getting.
It's not patience. It's the kids.
Trying to get them to make deals, hemming them in. This is all about the kids. This is the things they were doing. This feels I entertainment only. What do I know? But this feels a lot like money laundering. This is sending those ships full of stuff out and getting ships of stuff back, and how they are quote unquote wealthy, which they aren't.
No.
In future, I've got financial ruin, and so because I wanted more information about this, so I pulled a whole other 5 cards, which I can go through very quickly, where there's this communication. There's justice because of communication. In other words, there's some communication that gets them into huge trouble and really grinds them underneath that wheel of fate. And these are working together, capital letters. And that's the thing. In a lot of these readings, I find that a lot of these major arcanas, justice, judgment, all these cards, they're starting to more and more be together, which just makes them the energy even more powerful. And this is Biden's DOJ getting involved somehow and causing even more worry. And I wonder if this has something to do with the inauguration money. But I've got all over this that it's the kids they're going to go for first.
I agree. I agree that they're pulling down the kids. It's almost like they're leaving the big prize for the end.
Yeah, which makes sense, but.
Well, it really does. A country that takes down their own president really isn't a legacy that the United States wants to be, but so I don't know.
Yeah, the question that remains then is this sooner or later?
Well, I got Chariot, so it looks like they're going forward with it soon. I got the Chariot, both of them.
Calamari
Chariot.
Jr. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's just that the Chariot usually is 3 to 6 months for me.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
I'm getting kind of a middling answer. They have a lot of work they've already done. They have things organized. They know what questions to ask. There are secrets, and there's hope and good energy here that these secrets will be revealed and they will separate the truth and the lies. And and then for us on the liberal side, I call this the card of the high fives.
Yep. The high fives, the happiness of it. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Have you read on if they're going to get the phone records of all of the Republican senators and everybody that was involved?
I can't remember, so let's do it.
Yeah, it just came up. It just came up in my mind. It's like, let's read and see if they're going to get them, because McCarthy is of course threatening. Don't give up. It's like innocent people will be found out. I'm like, no, you said that wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I said criminals will be found out. You said that wrong, McCarthy. You said that wrong. Who's innocent? It's the guilty that will be found, McCarthy, not the innocent.
Mm-hmm. So we're asking, are the full phone records of the Republicans actually going to go to the January 6th Select Committee?
But what they don't understand is the FBI has already got everything.
True.
Because of all of the insurrections they have done. Everybody that they have they have arrested. They got also all of their phone records, so they already know.
Well, the NSA, I mean, for heaven's sakes, I mean, you and I can right now just be like, hi, NSA, how you doing? Hope your day's going well.
Yeah. All right, let's see if they're going to get it.
Polly Wanda would like to know, will Rudy reveal his beauty secret while in prison? It's called Scotch.
How is he going to be drunk every day in prison? He'll have to make that toilet hooch. Yeah, gross.
Okay, so...
Oh, yeah, they're going to. The triangle. The triangle. They're the heartbreak, the triangle. I forget that the Three of Swords also means that triangle, that connection of the heartbreak. Like two people are cheating and the person who finds out. That, remember in the old days, the heartbreak was that cheating aspect of it, the triangle. And that's exactly the love triangle. The love triangle, the connection of that. The Page of Wands, that message. The Eight of Cups. Seeking meaning, self-discovery. And then the Nine of Cups. Satisfaction. I think they get them.
They're going to get them. Everything here is saying that. Everything. They're going to be getting so many records. It'll take them time to work through it. Working with the I have really disliked that I now have a card of white supremacy. White supremacists, working with them, the guy walking around with Pelosi's
the lectern.
Yeah. The corruption of that, and the institution, the select committee, are going to bring the pain so that we find out the nitty-gritty of what they were doing on the far right and the bullying they were trying to do at the beginning of, essentially the beginning of the Biden administration. So that's what I'm getting there. There was a question. Wait, what was it? It was, I can't remember what it was. It was right there. Oh wait, no, I can look it up here. It's right here.
Bubba will find Giuliani's beauty spot. Sorry. Bubba, in prison, will find Giuliani's beauty spot. That tickled me. Oh, nay. Oh, that's funny.
Sorry. No, it wasn't. Then it wasn't yesterday. All right. Well, there was a question I was really stumped on, and I was hoping to read if I could get you one, but I can't find it right now. So let me just look right here, and then I'll be.
Okay, hang on just 1 second.
Yeah. It was about Jim Jordan. It was about it. I know what it was. I remember what it was. So 129. Air horn. Human air horn. Jimmy Jim Jordan.
Yeah.
He has been asked repeatedly if he talked to Trump on January 6th, and this the worst lying. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Wait. Am I in trouble if I talked to him before? Am I in trouble if I talked to him after? Am I in trouble if I talked to him during? He couldn't figure out which way he had to go. That's what happens with liars on the spot.
Well, I've been getting that Jordan is going to be called to testify. And here's the thing. If Jordan says anywhere that yes, he talked to the president. Yes, he talked to President Trump. And if somehow he says something that incriminates Trump in some way or gets Trump into trouble, he's not only going to be testifying there, he's going to be called to testify in case after case after case, from all the insurrectionists to all these, the DOJ, other DOJ thing. So is Jim Jordan going to incriminate Trump with
That's
testimony?
The thing, Jim Jordan in that seat.
I strangely, I even said, I remember even saying to the viewers, I said, you know me, I'm not comfortable when the cards they seem too good to be true. But
Yeah.
I kept getting Jordan testifying.
Good. I haven't read on that yet. Yeah, they should all be coming back. They should all be coming back in after August is over with, so everybody's back to hard business again. Everything should start be picking up again. That's good. So Jim Jordan was just secretly taped saying that the January 6th rioters must be held accountable.
Really?
He probably knew he was being secretly taped. Because
And Marie's saying, what happens if...
what exactly is the question again?
Will Jim Jordan incriminate Trump?
Okay.
It's
This is the third time I've got wands, like he's going to beat him over the head. Something has happened. I threw down 3 times and like a wand. I'm like, wait a minute. Do I know what the question is?
Or is he just going to try to do the human air horn thing? Well, of course, he's going to try to do the human air horn thing, but...
Well, if he does it in private, he has no audience, so he should, behave himself. But if he has an audience, I do get, I got an awakening. Like, he's going to say something stupid against the marriage, the establishment. He's going to say something stupid against the establishment because I get the tower. Like he's not, or do something. Inner calling, second chance, wake up call maybe against the the stability, the home, the happy home, right? The happy Republicans, and upheaval, sudden change. Something wakes that boy up. I wonder what it is. Something wakes him up. And then I got the grief, the regret. After the tower, I have the tower and then the 5 of Cups, the regret. Something, what? No. Nothing wakes up Jordan.
I think there's a good chance he's going to incriminate himself.
Oh.
I think he may say something. Because he's going to go in there with his usual, I'm going to be an air horn right here. And I'm going to be an air horn, and this is the plan. But he's afraid, and they do have all kinds of records. And thank goodness Liz Cheney's on our side, because these people are not playing, and they're not going to back down, and they're not going to be as wussy as we're so used to. These people being, so he goes in there and he's hoping to take this committee and he's going to turn it around on them, and he's going to, but it doesn't work. And in fact, he's rule of holes, quit digging. He's going to dig himself a hole that could get him into trouble.
Yeah, something does come that way. Absolutely.
There's some kind of big ending. He's a little bully. Oops. Hang on. And we're going to see it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, he's gonna be put in his place. This is gonna be delicious.
I like it. Holly and
Oh.
France, absolutely. He's not as smart as he thinks he is.
No.
Yep.
He's looking peaked. Doesn't his skin look really pale? He looks cancery. Doesn't he? Have you
No,
seen his face?
just the bitterness got him.
That's what my grandmother used to say to us kids. Like, it's just the evil coming out of you.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm being left with Jordan. He thinks he's just going to give a little bit and dance around this, but there are very happy Democrats who go after him, and he ends up with legal swords in his back. Again, same thing. I did not get that. I'm not sure about booted out of office. I'm not sure about stuff like that. And
He gets a wake up call. That's the thing that came out with that. He gets a wake up call.
yeah. Yep. All right.
Is that an ending bell?
I think it might be movement at the front door, but
Oh, gotcha.
it's 2:00, so that is actually going to do it for us for today. Unless there's something you'd like to look at. I don't want to.
I'm good. I was here for the ride.
Thank you so much. I so love reading with you, and you are just the biggest. I just want
Thank you.
to put my head on your shoulder.
There we go. Do it. Let's do it. Oh.
And I hope all of you out there, I hope you have a wonderful day, rest of your day as well. In 2 hours, I'll be over on the Book Art Media channel as usual, doing 25-minute creative sprints. If you have something creative, you want to make some time to work on it, doesn't matter what it is, just bring it along. And then we encourage each other between sprints. Other than that, I will be back tomorrow at noon Chicago time, like I am every single day of the year. And please do show some love to Celtic Tarot Sheila here. Wonderful. Matter of fact, the last picture I put up of like I was doing nails and stuff, and it was like, here are the nails I'm organizing while watching Celtic Tarot Sheila.
Oh,
so, all right.
I'm gonna go take a nap.
There you go. You get some rest. All right. You take care, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay.